Hi there, my name is Frances and welcome to my channel. I do fantasy style art. I work mainly in pastels. I enjoy sort of drawing unicorns and woodland creatures. I love drawing foxes and wolves. A lot of my artwork is influenced very heavily by nature. If that's your sort of thing, then please stick around. I am very new to YouTube and very new to the art business world. One of my goals for 2025 is to continue working on my art and grow my business, and I'm going to document as much as I can and upload it to YouTube. So if you're sort of interested and you like my art and you want to sort of follow me along on the art journey, then please, I would love for you to stick around. So thank you, and I'll see you guys later. So it is the 2nd of January and I have decided to do my 2024 review and my 2025 art goals. So I've got my planner here with me, so I'm going to have a look through it. This is my 2025 goals, and I have a look back on my 2024 goals and just see like if I managed to achieve any of them, and also I'm going to talk through what I've got planned for the rest of the year. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so back in January of 2024 I did my art goals, and this is what I've got, or what I wrote down. So my priority was to get some fabric printed, and I was sort of being kind of realistic because I put on here a minimum of 3 designs, but I think later on in my book I sort of set myself a goal of just doing one. Getting fabric done took quite a long time. I didn't really know what I was doing most of the time, and I ended up getting a lot of sort of fabric samples made, but I have successfully managed to get a mushroom and toad and stag beetle printed fabric. I did have some other ideas, forest creatures, deerhound and deer, but I hadn't even touched coming up with any designs for that. And then obviously sort of products which I wanted to make from the fabric. So I really wanted to do everything handmade. I have a sewing machine and my sewing's not that bad. I want to have sort of complete control over the quality of what I'm making. I know you can get tea towels from pillowcases and things like that, you can get them made, but I just want everything that I sell really good quality, and I know that if I do it myself it would be really good quality. Obviously that does mean it will be slightly higher prices just because you are getting like a handmade product, but I think price justifies the time and the cost that goes into sort of making products. So I haven't yet made anything from my fabric. It's something that I plan on doing very soon, within the next sort of couple of weeks, and it will be tea towels, because that's what I've got all the thread for it. I do plan on making some like zipped pouches, like pencil cases, makeup bag, I don't know, things like that, but I need to get some zips. The other things I think from there were just kind of like ideas that I wanted to sort of try and explore. One of them was 3D clay decorations, like using polymer clay. Now I have everything to do that. I have the clay, I have all the tools, I have the gloss, I even have like wire and tin foil to make these things, but I just haven't got around to doing it. I do still want to sort of have a go at things, a go at sort of doing the clay, but again it's just, I find it quite difficult to switch between doing different things. So maybe if I say like, okay, I'm going to spend this week doing this, for example. And then the other thing, again, it was sort of like an idea, jewellery, using the clay. Never went anywhere near that. And then on the other side, that's something else. But I've got paper garlands, greeting cards. Again, nothing touched on that. So from 2024, I think from my list, the only thing that I have managed to achieved is to actually get some printed fabric. But that's fine. Like, I'm not feeling bad about it. I only spent probably the winter sort of doing art stuff, and then during the sort of spring, summer, kind of early autumn, I was just working, and that was just what I was focused on. So obviously for a big chunk of the year there was no sort of art going on. But at the end of 2024 I did manage to get some pins made, some wooden pins, and some really nice a couple of different size notepads. So yeah, so I'm not, I don't feel like just because I've written these things down I haven't achieved like most of them. I'm not like, circumstances, that kind of stuff change, and like it would be easy to kind of feel bad like you haven't achieved anything, but I'm trying to sort of be positive and not, I think most of this anyway, because I was just starting my art business, most of it was just sort of kind of like ideas. So yeah, but I'm really happy with the fabric that I got made. It looks really good. Okay, so this is my 2025 art goal. So I am aware that it doesn't look as pretty as my other page. This is actually, I'm filming this a second time around. The first time around I was actually sort of like writing this out as I was filming it, so hence it's a bit kind of scruffy looking. But I'm having to redo this because I made like loads of mistakes. I had to sort of like I made a mistake on this page, so I had to redo it. So yeah, so I'm refilming this. So back to fabric products. I have my fabric, and now my goal is to do tea towels and zipped bags. So that is very achievable. I can do the tea towels now. The zip bags, I just need to get some zips. Lamps. Now this is a new and recent thing that's just come into being. If you watched my last video, I showed you one of my example lamps that my sister made for me. She works in a lighting shop where they make handmade lamps, so freestanding lamps and lampshades. So I'm going to get some tube lamps made. I'll look into maybe getting some like lampshades done, but I've just sort of written out some ideas. One of them is deerhound. I really want to do some deerhound art. I have not done any deerhound art, and I would really like to. They are a very underrepresented dog breed, and I want to get them on a lamp. So other designs, I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to focus on this one, and then I'll probably do something like, I don't know, foxes maybe, or we'll see. I just need to sit down and sort of like try and work some stuff out. But I've got the idea of maybe getting like 3 designs maybe. But yeah, and jewelry. Okay, so we're back to the jewelry. But this is actually quite an easy one that I could get done, because I have seen people do wooden dangly earrings. Now I'm kind of almost halfway there. My wooden pins that I've got made I can get them remade, redone, but with like a hole at the top of them, which you can put your metal earring fastenings in. So that jewelry, the wooden jewelry, would be quite easy to get made. Lino cutting. So just before Christmas I went on and did a lino cutting course. Really enjoy it. I really love like lino cutting art, and I would like to get some t-shirts printed. So same with the sort of like the fabric theme. I want to do some like liner cutting and then get it printed onto t-shirts or like plain bits of fabric. Again, it's just sort of like getting my head round into doing that. I just need to sort of perhaps sort of say, okay, this week I'm going to do liner cutting and just sort of get on with it, because I do need to practice doing it. So that is something that I need to sort of get on and do. And in terms of kind of business goals, which I didn't write down like sort of last year, but then again, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing then. Doesn't necessarily mean I really know what I'm doing now. But YouTube, so I am going to try and set a goal of posting a video once a month, like minimum. I ideally want to post sort of like, say, like once a fortnight, but it just obviously depends on it if I've got stuff to do and stuff to film. Obviously during this year I'm going to be working, so I'm going to have to be fitting my art around my work. So it may end up that I end up doing once a month, but I want to be consistent. I want to sort of, you know, be on top of it really. Instagram, I've put on here, post at least once a week. Again, I've got on my head sort of around sort of saying like doing like a chunk of photos or like a chunk of reels, and then just sort of like posting them, like doing scheduled posts. So I'll see if I can try and get on top of that. I don't really want to be posting loads on Instagram. I think if I just stick to say once, maybe twice a week, I think that'll be enough. It's what I can kind of manage really. And the other thing is print on demand companies. So the lamps that I'm going to be getting made, those I can get, those can get made on demand. So I will not have a boat filled with lamps or anything. So when anybody orders any of the lamps off from my website, they will get made and then shipped from the shop where they are made. And I'll have a look into what things I might want to get made from print on demand. I don't have a studio and I don't have a room, so I'm very limited on space, so this would be a good idea to sort of look into. As to what I want to get made, I have no idea. Again, I want to make sure that what I get made is good quality. So obviously if I'm able to, I would obviously get samples made, and then I can kind of inspect them and make sure that they're sort of, you know, up to my high standard, because I don't want anybody to receive anything kind of crappy or anything like that. That's just, it's not on. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have a look, see if there's anything that they provide that I think, oh yeah, that I'd like to get that made and into something. But yeah, so further research on this. So overall, nothing too challenging, which is good. I'm going to have a busy year ahead of me, so I've got to keep things kind of fairly simple and fairly achievable, which I think they are really. I just think it's just finding the time to do it really. So yeah, hopefully I can look back the following year and be like, oh yeah, I've done all those things and more. That's what I always like to think, like I'm going to do more than what I actually set out to, but it never happens. It never happens, no. So yeah, so this is the end of the video, and thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you have a good year. And let me know if you're doing anything as well, like if there's anyone who does any kind of art stuff, craft things. Do you have any kind of art goals or crafty goals or any kind of goals? Like yeah, let me know. It'd be really interesting to find out. So goodbye everyone.